Hello YouTube, Felix here, Salvage Title Approaches, and today I'm going to show you how to make some adjustments on your 2005 Mazda 3. This kind of works with other models, so hopefully this helps. And for this model, we're using the Haynes repair manual. There's some spooky ghosts to help you out with this, and I'll be showing you the page numbers if you want to, just kind of pause it and look at it yourself. So here you go. You'll just need the figure 16.1, 16.2. Those arrows point at the screws that make the adjustments. And basically all you need for this is, well, one of the main things is you need to be 25 feet from a wall. And they do suggest having like half an empty fuel tank. And here's really just the tools I used. I used the pick and a screw, and then later on I used a measuring tape. And this little screwdriver is just a ratchet with the screw bit in it. I tried to pull it out to show you, but I couldn't do it with one hand, but you can see. And to start out, I kind of parked close to the wall because I'm using my garage wall. If you don't, you can probably use like a grocery store or a parking lot maybe at night. But I just taped up. This line goes kind of to the center of the car, so I can kind of get like the balance of it. And then the two in the center right there, and then the two little tapes I have right here are supposed to be kind of be leveled with my headlights. Obviously they're not perfectly, I didn't measure like accurately, so later on in the video you'll see that the tapes aren't actually like equally to each other, but that's okay. So first I start measuring my distance. So here's 10 feet. I have a 12 foot measuring tape, so I measure 10 feet. I mark it with that dirty cup of lint that came from my dryer. Don't worry about that, because now I have a little bit cleaner thing to mark with. Boom. A little block with the terminal, but that's another 10 feet. And I just measured the last 5 feet right here. So you got your 25 feet, and you're ready to, once you park away from there. And obviously I didn't do this like mathematically, I did about 25. I mean, I might have been a little bit under 25 feet, but it was the adjustment. So here are the screws that you need to adjust. So right there underneath that cap is a screw that you turn to turn your left and right brightness settings. And right here, that one is your up and down. Now for me, myself, I didn't really notice too much of a change when I messed with my left and right one, because this is my first time doing it. But the one on the bottom, you might just be able to get away with tightening the one on the bottom and not having to remove the plastic cap. But if you want to play with both settings, it's fine. And on the book, it does mention that on the later models, you only have one screw. So this is for the first generation of Mazda 3, according to the book. So first, we're going to just pry this little cap off. And the screw looks exactly like the one on the bottom underneath. So it's kind of hard to see and do with just one hand and filming. But I ended up getting it off, obviously. But yeah, there it is. And that's what it looks like. You can kind of see right there. And in a little bit, I'll pull out the rest of it so you can kind of get a visual of how it looks, because it's easier to pry once you see what you're trying to get out. When I was doing this, I couldn't understand it, but here's what it looks like. So there's these two little hooks on the vertical walls right there, so you just pry that right side up and then slide it out just like that, so it's not hooking anymore. So now you're ready to make your adjustments once you're 25 feet from the wall. And here's my original calibration of it. They're a little bit low, and the brightness on my left one looks funny. But you can see as I'm making my adjustments, I guess it was just really my left one. But as I was making adjustments, I kept playing around with it too much. And later on in life, it was way too high, which is what it looks like right now. So then I did end up bringing it down to like the horizon of the brightness intensity matches kind of with the tape. So that's what I thought was good. And then when I made my adjustments off of my first adjustment, I didn't play with the left and right, or the one that had the plastic cap on it, because I like I said, it's my first time. I didn't really understand. It didn't look that much different to me. But also keep in mind, I kind of did it when it was dusk. But here's what my final adjustment, and here's how my alignment was. I had it like that. Now my horizontal lines are even. Those are my high beams to kind of show you, or to myself, I was like, well, they kind of match where the high beams are at, so that should be good. That might be all right. And for me it was, because on my first adjustment, it was shining on stop signs and stuff like that, so it was pointing vertically up, which wasn't very good. But I mean, you didn't notice it too much. So now, just going to put the plastic cap back on, the left and right adjusters, And you can see right there, I'm not even putting it on right here. I edited it later on because it clicked, but it wasn't in right. But there are certain notches that you see that it's supposed to line up, which I will show you right now. So you'll know that the plastic tab is in correctly when it's in the little notch right there. See how it feeds into the plastic right there, into the notch, and then you'll look onto the side where you pried it, and it falls into that notch. So you're pretty much good once you got it like that. But anyways, that's just a quick adjustment thing for your headlights. It's kind of when you just do front bumper work or make adjustments. Sometimes you don't even need to make adjustments. I've had the car for 8 years and never really paid attention to it. It just kind of bothered me that my headlights, when they shined onto a wall, weren't equal. Like one was like, it was like chameleon eyes basically. So I was like, oh well, I'm gonna learn how to do it, and here I am. I learned it, and now I'm showing you. So hopefully this video is helpful in any way, shape, or form, and hopefully I'll be back with another video sometime soon. Thank you, and goodbye.